Hi, hello and good morning and a happy new year to you all. I cannot believe that it is 2023 already. So today I'm going to be going over all of the books I read in 2022, and this year I read books. I originally set my goal for the year at 60 and I have surpassed that, as you can see, but I try to be realistic every year because I do an English degree, so I never know at what point I will be reading like a lot for that aren't books in the traditional sense, like we're talking poetry or like chapters of books or like fragments, and I don't class that towards my goal, but I do read a lot of those for my degree, so it's hard to tell how much I will read. I think it confuses people because people expect me to read a lot because I do an English degree, which I do, but not necessarily like books. I should also say apologies that the background may change on some of the books because I'm currently at my family home, and that means that some of the books that I have read are still at my university accommodation, so I will be videoing those couple of ones when I am back there. Please let me know if you'd like me to do another video on my favourite and least favourite books of this year. I feel like that could be quite fun. Let me know in the comments below, and also let me know if there are any other sort of booktube videos that you would like to see from me. I do love doing these because I love books, if you can't tell. But for now, let's get on with me showing you all of the books that I read this year. Starting with fantasy, this is my older sister's favourite genre, and we can actually thank her for lending most of these to me and suggesting most of these. I have heard that the second one in this series, The Atlas Paradox, is now out, so I will be getting my hands on that and reading that this 2023. I am absolutely obsessed with how beautiful every single one of my sister's books are. Like, look at this, it is stunning, especially as forget-me-nots are my very favourite flower. Now moving on to contemporary fiction, which is my genre of choice when I am looking for a casual read. This has got to be my least favourite Sally Rooney book. It was just a bit disappointing. I borrowed The Secret History of my friend over the summer and it didn't live up to the hype for me, to be honest. Teju Cole was my most read author of the year, and that is because I am doing a dissertation on his novels. Now, you're going to look at how small this section is and you're going to think, Anna, I thought you did an English degree. What is this? And honestly, I thought the same. Like, it's quite confusing, but the books tended to fit in other categories, so don't worry, I have not catfished you. Now, if you have watched any of my videos before, you will know that I am a medievalist through and through. It is my passion, and so this section is going to be quite large. This book is so good. It features a queer, non-binary knight. So a lot of these books, like this one, were borrowed from professors or libraries, and so I can't actually show them to you. Like, this book is absolutely massive, but you have to have special permission to view it in the library, so yeah. But in order to try and make it a little bit more exciting, here is an illumination from one of the books called Reynard the Fox to represent that book. I feel like the genre of retellings has had an absolute boom in the past couple of years, and as someone who absolutely loves folk tales and mythology and legends, this makes me very happy. This is actually a retelling of Tristan and Isolde, which is set in Cornwall and written by a Cornish author here. I actually first read this book when I was in GCSEs and I loved it, and I've been meaning to read it ever since, and I'm actually putting on a production of this year. Those of you who were here last year might remember how much Shakespeare I read in 2021, so I'm grateful it was only one this year. However, that abundance was replaced with Greek tragedies this year because I had my tragedy paper in Michaelmas term. This Little Sappho collection was my absolute favourite read of this year. I cannot believe I've not read Sappho's poetry before now, but I was obsessed. And one of my best friends loves Carol Ann Duffy's poetry, so I found this one on the market and thought I'd give it a go, and they got me these 2 books for Christmas, which was really cute, and they are just beautifully decorated, though the poems are quite simple. As in 2021, I tried to incorporate audiobooks a bit more into my life. Particularly this year, I used them to help me sleep because I've been really struggling to sleep. And ironically, I have quite a lot of physical copies of the books I ended up listening to, but I found these free audiobooks on YouTube and they incorporate rain sounds, which has been lovely. And they do a lot of really easy childhood favourites, and I will link them in the description below. So this section is for books that didn't quite fit in other places, and you'll see why. So this first one is by Teju Cole, and I think it's so cool. It's got like not quite captions and not quite poetry or short stories either, but writing on one side and photography on the other, the Heartstopper graphic novel series, and this poetry type collection by Anne Carson. And that is it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Please do give it a big thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you're new here. And again, Happy New Year. I hope you all have a wonderful, prosperous and happy 2023. And I also wanted to add that I don't personally believe that to love books or to consider yourself a reader or to have reading as a hobby that you need to read like 100 books or whatever a year. Like, that's not my opinion. You could read 2, you could read 1, it doesn't matter. Like, as long as you are loving reading and the activity of reading, that's what's important. And so I wanted to just say that the purpose of this video is not to sort of say, oh, I love books because I've reached X, Y, or Z target, because I just think that's silly. I set a reading goal for myself just because I read a lot and I think it's fun. And if you don't think that's fun, that's so fine. You don't have to do it. But yeah, I just wanted to say that comparison doesn't make anyone happy, and I only made this video for a bit of fun and to maybe give you some reading inspiration and just to share what I have read this year, and that is it. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed watching, and that is all for now. Bye.